y exhaustiva de todas las medidas que el gobierno de Chile ha tomado para proteger la salud de los chilenos frente a esta epidemia del virus coronavirus que se inició en Wuhan, China, pero que hoy día está afectando a prácticamente todos los países del mundo.
Two years ago, the former president of our country, Chile, Sebastián Piñera, announced that other president of the South American continent had already done, that the first case of COVID had already arrived in the respective countries. At that time, we witnessed how most of the new become to deal with COVID on daily basis, but not traditional media such as social networks, where most of the population has access, brought with them the famous and dangerous fake news, causing false beliefs. But what is the fake news? A fake news is news that is not true or tends to be taken out of context. They usually emit false information that tries to attract attention, with supposedly authentic news content. In order to shock public opinion, currently transmitted mainly by Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and others.
The effect of fake news on the pandemic. The purpose of this short report is to review the fake news that came to light during the pandemic. For example, the origin of the pandemic, vaccination, treatments, and even the alteration of data regarding the infected and disease. Who has not heard the theory of the Chinese who consumed about causing COVID? With social networks, these crazy theories traveled the web and come to our knowledge where, depending on the individual, it can cause some effect. According to the Pan American Health magazine, Chile and Argentina were the countries with the highest internet penetration rates and are also among those that make the greatest use of social networks as the only medium for obtaining news.
It's important to think that these fake news can not only alarm us in a pandemic, but also they can be used in the future to manipulate something so relevant to our democracy. Samuel Weinberg, professor at Stanford University, United States, mentions in an interview for BBC newspaper about disinformation that the truth is precisely the basis of this democracy. The quality of information is directly linked to it. In addition, the later mentions of importance that internet users should know how to defend themselves against fake news. For example, knowing how to recognize a good source, see the URL, and above all, see beyond the headline.
Perception and analysis of the topic. There is a clear connection between fake news and media and COVID. It's a fact the latter has changed our life, where had to learn and introduce new modalities, but also the fake news at some point helped the collective panic which caused the collapse that derived in a kind of collective hysteria in multitude. An example is when the population ran out of the toilet paper for a fear of an eventual shortage that did not occur. This last example could have been avoided if the population had to knowledge to detect fake news and did not collaborate with the spread of this. We recall the saying of Melissa Sindar, a media professor of the Merrimack College in the United States, and a disinformation research: if something makes you very angry or happy, stop for a while and think before you share the news. It's like saying if something too good to be true, it probably is.